which was at the time a record-breaking attendance game, but there's something about the spirit where you keep getting invited to these big moments. I'm wondering if you can talk about what today was like for the team, the experience of it, and how the sort of the environment and the atmosphere sort of affected the game.
Yeah, I remember that conversation. In that moment, we were so grateful to be part of that. I think we had like a record, right? And today again. So I think it's not a coincidence that we are invited in those games, and that means that we are doing the things right, and also we are bringing, a good show for the fans, and we are contributing also to the league's growth. And yeah, today's been amazing. Again, super grateful to be part of this. I think the league is doing an amazing job growing the soccer in this country. And also I want to thank to Denver, to put, this facility also, and this environment, all the fans that came today. It's been great. I think that's something huge for the sport, for women's soccer here in the country. But I also think that's a message, a great impact also for other countries in the world. And we are just seeing that this is growing so quick. And to be part of this, to be honest, it's a bless. I'm very grateful, and also the players. So we've tried to enjoy today. Besides, the circumstances to play in two games in almost 3 days. It wasn't maybe the best, you know, peak of performance to maybe enjoy a little bit more. Both teams were super fatigued at the end, but we've tried our best, and I think we all have enjoyed a lot.
Head coach, already previously next week for the time. Talk to me about practically what you're trying to do with Trinity in this game, and what you saw in terms of how the Bears game was reacting with some.
Well, we know that they like sometimes when they are attacking. Sorry, they like to have four players inside, couple of players in pockets, and couple of players as a holding mid. Sometimes wingers going a little bit inside. So we wanted to be very protected inside. And then with Trin, and in this case with Sofia being a little bit more higher to put more pressure, because we also know that especially center backs, if they have time, they can hit the ball behind, and they are very dangerous on that. And attacking wise, as always, to try to, give her time and space to be able to find those spaces for a 1v1, threatening behind. The first half, we were building up with three, a little bit more. She was more wider and allowing that those situations. And second half, we switched a little bit with Kate also giving a little bit more width, and trying to have those 2v1 situations with her. I think she's done an amazing job. The other day, she had a great game too. I don't know how many miles. Well, I know she ran a lot, and also the ability to, to sprint that she did the other day was insane. And being able to put another performance 80 minutes like that. So yeah, so good.
Coach Conley from the Denver Post. What time did he come out in that 82nd minute? Was that fatigue or something laying on the ball a little bit? What?
Yeah, fatigue, and also she's been dealing a little bit, with her throat, and also the, all the minutes that she had the other day. Obviously, it was 90 minutes, but her 90 minutes are not a normal 90 minutes, especially last game, because again, she ran a lot, high speed running and sprint distances. And at the end of the day, we needed fresh legs, and yeah, we wanted to keep the game alive until the end, and bring in Claudia, and obviously Monday, and Rose in the second half, try to keep, the pace.
A quick follow-up. What do you think about your defensive performance? Summit, had a few chances there at the end, 90th minute, semi-breakaway, stood tall there.
Yeah, I think we are in front of a great team. Even though it's an expansion team, I have a lot of respect, and I think they are attacking, really, really good. They have different threats. They can make runs behind. They are very vertical also if they regain the ball possession with outside back super higher. In this case, Sonny's. But also, they can be very dangerous. So I think. Again, besides the circumstances, I think we've been, defending pretty good, knowing that sometimes, obviously, we were fatigued and we were jumping a little bit late. But overall, I think we've, had a good game also in defense.
We'll go to a few online. This is from Jason Anderson at Greenline Soccer. Audrey, what do you make of the match, given the balance of conceding few chances, but also having issues creating close?
Well, again, obviously we always prepare the games to try to win, but sometimes the circumstances are different, and again we play, both teams are trying to get the same. I think today, to be honest, we could have scored, but at the end, if we are honest, we could have also conceded. So I don't think this is a bad result, even though we always try to win, and we are pushing until the end, trying to believe until the end. Again, today we had the last one with Hull, but at the same time, when the game is like this, kind of broken, you can also concede, and you can maybe lose again because of some details. And I think we need to learn, and we need to be proud of the effort that the team has done today, and keep building, because I think we are in a good way.
Also from Jason, what informed the switch to more of a box midfield?
Say it again.
What informed the switch to more of a box in midfield?
I don't understand.
Box with Lacy up top.
Oh, it was like this type of questions. Nice, I like it. Again, with Lacy over there, we were expecting the right winger going inside, and as I was saying, having 4 players in the middle, and they are able to find those players. So we wanted to be more protected, having 4 players inside defensively, and then we were jumping with our outside backs a little bit outside. So try to be more protected in the middle, and at the end of the day, later when we were attacking, Lacy was also in that pocket. So it was kind of a fake wing going inside, and we wanted to have also 4 players in the middle with Rebe, with Deb, and Hal and Lacy.
Do we have any more in the room? Or back online, for also from Jason, what happened to Gabby Carl in the game warm-up?
Well, she's been managing her quad a little bit during the week. That's why the other day also at home versus Utah, we didn't want to take any risk, and it was doing good and during the trainings, but today during the warm-up, she felt something, and obviously we didn't want to take any risk, and the best decision for her and for the team was to rest.
All right, we'll wrap up one more online. By the end of the match, the lines had been stepped up so high that Esme and Tara were getting touches within 25, 30 yards from goal. What did you see in terms of an opening to push like that?
Well, sometimes it's kind of scary because it's like, don't go that high, but this is part of what we are building. We want to play in the half as much as possible, and for that, sometimes you need to be in a good rest defense. It is true that we need to learn also to be a little bit more protected, because sometimes when you concede those spaces in transitions, a lot of teams can be very dangerous. But I think that speaks also about the mindset that this team has, the ambition to be able to play in those distances, being that high, and try to win the ball back, try to push and try to score. And yeah, at the end of the day, as far away the opponent is, I think it's better, but at the same time, we need to control that a little bit more, because we can concede chances. But something that we are working on, trying to be installed in the half much more time, and for that, sometimes our center backs, they need to step and they need to be higher.
Thank you very much, Coach. We'll be right back with Kate Wiesner and Sandy Keeper.
Thank you, guys.